Demon tied to a chair in my brain.
Welcome to another edition of the Animatic Monster Project Podcast. I'm John the Krushek. With me, as always, my good co-host, Jake.
Hello.
All right. This is going to be a fantastic episode because I have no notes and Jake has some notes.
Yes, it's going to be really short, people.
So, Animatic Monster news. Not a lot.
No,
We're still gearing up for the next volume.
Yeah.
I already got my story idea. It
Awesome.
came to me in a dream again.
Ooh. What are these dream stories, man?
It started off funny and then became a nightmare.
Huh.
It involves real estate.
Interesting.
I'm not going to say how on the podcast. I'll tell you after.
Maybe.
But it'll be pretty funny.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm still out on ideas.
Yeah.
I still need to think of something, but it's coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming. As far as news goes, other than Enigmatic Monster,
All right. What do we got, Mr. Notes?
happy to announce that Mill Market is now open. It's on Canal Drive. It's
Right.
open pretty much every Saturday for the rest of the summer. And I've been there on their opening day, and it was freaking awesome. They have so much stuff there. So many local vendors, so many local farmers and craftsmen and
Farmers
everything.
Market's
It's just,
rad.
it's awesome.
I remember I went to one, I think it was in Toronto as a kid. It was like maybe 10 or 12. I remember because Yu-Gi-Oh! Was still popular. Like it was just starting to get popular.
Nice.
And I was looking around like, this is insane. I wish I had money.
Yeah.
I only had like 40 bucks. And
I
I'm
spent like almost $60
Yeah.
there last Saturday.
You can go to a farmer's market and drop all your cash, and there's still not enough. There's still more cool
and it's
stuff.
all good stuff. Like you're actually
Everything's cool.
You're getting stuff worth it.
Oh,
but-
it's cool stuff. Pretty much
Ah.
every farmer's market is great.
Yeah. On top of that, related to that, Eat Algoma. It's a festival/food vendor event. It's going on this Saturday, June
Right on.
14th. It's open on Queen Street between Brock and East. So if you live in the Sioux or you're in the Sioux area,
Right.
it's something you should go check out. There's going to be a lot of good food, especially since most of the people there are from the farmers market. And I've had samples when I was there, and it was freaking delicious.
Right on.
So I'd love to see what they've got going for this.
That's cool stuff.
Now, nerd news. We're not sure if it's the 19th or the 26th of September, but this year, Hyrule Warriors releases for the Wii U.
Was that announced recently?
Yes,
Yeah.
at
E3.
E3.
Yeah.
On November 21st, 2014, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come out for the 3DS, and from what I could see from the trailers, they look... Oh god, I can't... There's not even a word to describe how amazing they look.
Yeah.
This one basically made me almost squeal like a little girl. A new open-world Zelda is coming to the Wii U in 2015.
I just pictured Zelda or Link hijacking someone, like in the GTA game. Like he's got the sword in his hand, he shoulders it, opens a cart door, yanks someone away from the reins, and gets in the thing, and is like, ah!
Nice.
And then he's like, "Excuse me, princess."
Oh god, don't even.
That needs to come back.
Don't even. No.
That if they ever make a Zelda anything, live action movie, cartoon, I don't care. He needs to talk, and he needs to say, "Excuse me, princess," in the same way.
I would almost leave if I heard him
You would
say
stop being a Zelda fan. You'd be like, "That's it. Throwing out all your games and your merch. Fuck it. I'm out."
There was.
Oh, I hope that never happens.
I hope not. Maybe a live action or a cartoon
Excuse
Zelda show
me,
again,
Chris.
but much better than the
Fucking
80s
annoying.
one. Oh my god.
Oh.
But no, Anuma had shown a little teaser trailer of the new Zelda game, and it shows Link on Epona in basically Hyrule Field, but he looks puny.
Yeah.
And the grass is actual grass. Like, it's not just short painted ground.
Realistic,
It's actually blowing in the wind. There are trees and houses and like little
cool.
shacks. And there are mountains. Like, it
That sounds
literally,
cool. I haven't seen it.
it fades out into the distance and there are mountains in the back. And he's like, you see those mountains? You can actually go there. You can go wherever you want.
So they've made like a Red Dead Redemption style Zelda game.
Basically.
I like it. I like it.
I
That could either be really bad or really good. And since it's Zelda, Nintendo will force it to be good.
it'll be good.
Because they don't like releasing crap games.
Nope.
And when they do, they either are perfect, and then there's that 10% of the time when they screw up, and it's bad.
Yes.
There's never like an in-between mainline Nintendo game.
Yeah. But, yeah. If you're into amazing creepy crawlies and insects, which I am, there's a cool new site opened up. Right now it's at Mill Market, but when Mill Square is finally completed within the next 2 years, it'll be getting its own building there.
Right on.
It's called Entomica. It's open now, same as the farmer's market, every Saturday all summer long.
Right.
And so many cool specimens they have there. Live,
You have
pinned.
to pay it again. It's like a museum.
It's like $2
that's
to
pretty
get
good.
in, which is pretty good. And so many cool
That's cool.
species and varieties of creatures, insects, creepy crawlies.
Live or
they
just
have.
like stuffed and mounted? Like,
Both.
Oh, right.
And the live ones are pretty.
They should
pretty
leave
cool.
the stuffed ones next to the live ones as like a warning. This could happen to you, millipede.
Oh,
Like,
God.
keep it in
I
check.
had an Asian millipede crawl on me when I was there the other day.
I do not want that.
It felt like
1,000 legs.
no, it felt like you know the not the curly fibery end of Velcro, but the other end, the sticky bit. That's what it felt like.
That's terrifying.
I literally turned my hand over, and it was still there.
That's horrifying.
Like,
I wish it didn't exist.
and it's
the
it's a herbivore.
I don't care.
You gotta watch out for the centipedes. The centipedes.
Yeah, those things are fucking.
Those
things will eat bats.
they
get
are
big enough.
crazy things. Crazy.
I got freaked out. I was 15. I saw a video of one of those fucking ones that hang from cave ceilings. It caught a bird or a bat or something.
Oh God!
It just like, and then hits it, and he just. I'm like, oh Christ!
That's nightmare.
That
fuel.
thing's like as long as my arm. I'm just. Oh.
That's nightmare fuel.
We need to We need to put all our nukes in that cave, and just detonate. Bam! Seal it with concrete.
I should, for one of my stories, maybe I can use something like that. Maybe a Godzilla-sized centipede.
Maybe.
Wipes out.
Oh, by the way, we saw. I don't know if we talked about it last one.
Yes,
Godzilla. Godzilla was great. Loved it. Bryan Cranston's in that movie for 10 minutes. That's not really a spoiler. It's really a weird choice. You have one of the most popular actors of all time now, currently, super hot actor, straight out of Breaking Bad. What do? Kill him off right away. He is barely in that movie. And he dies in such a weird way. He just is like, oh, he's dead now.
Oh, he's dead.
You don't get to feel sad because it's over. He's dead. All right, well, on to more smashing and,
Smashing.
Oh.
So much smashing.
Oh, so good. And they tease you with the Godzilla. They don't show it right away. At first, you're like, oh, we're going to see Godzilla. And then it's like, no, other monster. Different monster. And then Godzilla shows up, and then there's the greatest fight.
Yes.
And what I like
They
about
completely
this...
smashed San Francisco.
What I really like about this, I never considered it until afterwards. Godzilla is bigger than any of the...
previous incarnations?
No, he is bigger than... Well, that's probably true. But he is bigger than Gypsy Danger or any of the other robots, but not so much bigger that they couldn't fight. And Guillermo del Toro straight up said he wants to do that movie. that would be great. I would love to do it. And those two movies are owned by the same company. So...
But Godzilla's a good guy.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they have to fight the whole movie. They could be like, oh shit, a kaiju. Bigger than all the other kaijus. And then fucking Gypsy Jade just tries to punch it. Godzilla rips both his arms off and kicks him back into the fucking States or whatever. And then they have to fucking rebuild it. And then something else shows up and Godzilla has to help Gypsy Danger fucking punch its face in. Back into the rift or whatever.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be kind of cool.
Guillermo del
So
Toro's
they would
in
be
it.
enemies at first. They wouldn't be able to beat him.
As
And then they would
superheroes
end up
usually
being,
are.
Then they would be. Then they would work.
When
together
Batman and
for a
Superman
common
met,
good.
they punched each other's fucking lights out every time. As standard, it's always the, oh, I thought you were a villain. Yes, in my bright costume. Kind of thing. Yes, how villainous of me to wear this bright blue and red costume.
Yes.
But now we're friends, defeating a common enemy. Ah, Godzilla. He kicks the crap out of those monsters. I don't care if you say it's a spoiler. He just annihilates it, and it's so great.
God.
And when he roars at the end, I wish we had a better theater, because apparently if you see it in like a really awesome theater with like crazy surround sound, it shakes the fucking theater.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how it's mixed. We saw it was actually pretty quiet. And I was like, oh. I wanted it to be like, I wanted my chair to shake. I wanted a small flock of birds flying near the theater to explode. I stole that joke. That's not my joke. Someone just said, it was on the Super Best Friend cast. They said, how great would it be if every time Godzilla roared, like a flock of seagulls just exploded? Just caw, caw, poof. And that killed me. So great. Alright, so what's up with you, Jake? How's your 2 weeks been?
Not too bad. Well, I shouldn't say that. Today hasn't been too bad. It's actually been pretty good.
Silence, cat.
The last couple of days kind of sucked, but just store gearing up for inventory. We passed through inventory now, so another year of not having to worry about it.
So you only had like stock coming in like once essentially for basic things?
No. Inventory is like it's a count.
Oh,
to
so
see
you're just
what
counting.
we've
Okay, I
gotten.
assumed it was some kind of delivery at the same time and you're restocking on everything.
No, it's just a count to see what we have and what we're missing, and we did fairly well.
That's cool.
So it's done. It's out of the way. We can get back to normal.
And hopefully you won't be around for the next one.
I really hope not. I really, really hope not.
The place I work just had its anniversary. It's been open a year. And I'm like, wow, wasted a year here. I'm like, I'm not proud of the time I spent here. I'm proud of the money I made.
Yes.
That's about it, though.
I hear ya.
Well, whatever. It's a job. I actually applied to a job recently.
Yeah.
Finally, I got a trial because I lost. I got my computer fixed, but I couldn't get my old hard drive repaired, and I also found out I might not be able to get the software off it that I wanted. It might be like tied to that hard drive, essentially. So even if they recovered those files, it wouldn't work because it's already tied to that one. So I just downloaded a trial version of Adobe InDesign and made a new resume, and you can rent it too for like $20 or $30 a month, which is not great, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So whenever I need to design something, I'll just do that because I'm not gonna buy the software.
Is there any is there any way to try to contact Adobe to see if they can?
No, I tried.
That's bullshit.
Yep, because I have the CDs, and I was like, oh, I can just reinstall them, and nothing at all.
Wow.
So
That's
that really fucking sucks, and that software is way too expensive. Like I was like, I only really use InDesign and Illustrator, I can take or leave Photoshop. There are other free imaging, editing programs I could use besides that. So I'm like, oh, what if I just get those two? Still would be over $1,000.
What?
Yep. I believe one of them is $800 and the other is like $300. And that's
for
with like
CS5 or CS6?
For the latest one, I believe.
Okay, so
I didn't look
CS6
around.
something.
Maybe there are cheaper like alternate versions. I didn't see on the online store. And I was just like, oh, how do they make any money? Like, I guess they have the market cornered, and they can. It's good software, so they can charge a lot. But I'm like, who can afford this? No one can afford it. Like, no one normal can afford Photoshop. No one normal can afford. Because even that alone was like $200 something. I'm like, no one would drop that for just Photoshop.
Yeah,
that would be obsolete in a couple of years when you make a new version.
Yeah.
Now they have the cloud, and they don't want you to have the software. You just want to stream it or download it or whatever the fuck. It's not great.
Nope.
But whatever.
C'est la vie.
Yep. It's okay though.
So I think that covers it?
Oh, it's my week.
Yeah.
My weeks. They've been pretty average. Just work, saving my money.
Yeah.
I went to camp.
Oh.
Or I went to a camp, not my camp. I don't have a camp anymore. I went to my friend's girlfriend's dad's camp. He let him have the keys for a day, and we went out there, and it was fun. We had fire. I went for a little hike. That was cool. I also learned that we didn't do this, but because it would be crazy, stupid, and illegal. But private roads on camps, no cops can come on there unless somebody calls them. So you could theoretically drink and drive because there's no cops. So no one's there to catch you. We didn't do that because that's fucking stupid. But apparently because they're private roads, they're owned by someone, can't come on someone else's property. So yeah. And I was like, this is really weird. That's a stupid law that would cause a lot of problems. And my friend's like, yeah, probably. Doesn't stop people.
No.
And then we went back to the camp, and then we got very drunk. Like the whole night.
Do you even remember your own name?
Yes. But it was very fun. We watched some movie on, because he has a satellite out there. We watched, I think it was a horror movie. We just laughed at everything. So it was a great time. And I got him to read Preacher, the comic by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. And he actually liked it so much he borrowed it from me so he could finish it.
Oh, cool.
And now he's like, damn it, now I have to buy all the other books because I want to see how this ends. And I'm like, well, enjoy that. There's about 9 other volumes. Have a great time. Laughed at him the whole time.
Yes.
I'm going to get you with another comic. You'll be a fucking bigger nerd than I am soon. When he's not looking, I'll just slip like V for Vendetta under his door.
Hey, that was a good one.
That is a good one. I was actually thinking about that this morning. I was thinking about V for Vendetta and how the comic is 100 times better than the movie, which is also fun, but kind of misses the point because you can't make that comic a movie or a straight adaptation because it's just too crazy. There's too much to it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was thinking about that this afternoon before I went to work and how great it is, how much I like it. And Parallel Panels will return. I guess some more
awesome.
It will return at some point. I need to correct an article.
What happened?
I said that someone was a male when they are not a female, or when they were a female. An artist, I think it was for the latest one for Dead Winter. I said it was made by a person named Dave Shabbat. And it's not. It's made by a girl named Allison Shabbat. I just got really confused because when I looked up an interview, like for Dead, because I was like, I can't find. It just doesn't say like a full name on the site.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, I'll look up online. I'm sure there's an interview. It's a pretty popular webcomic. And I found a video, and it was a guy talking. He said, hi, my name is Dave Shabbat. I make Dead Winter. and it's a guy. It's very clearly a guy. I'm like, okay. But then when I watched another video about a week ago, it's a girl talking, and she says, "Hi, my name is Allison. I draw and write Dead Winter." And I'm like, okay. I'm really confused.
Are they like a husband and wife?
Nope.
No.
And I don't think the person is transgendered. It's never been mentioned or anything. Maybe they're in the I don't know, but I watched the thing and the guy held up. He's like, "This is the comic I drew," and he talked in depth about it. And it's the comic that they sell on the site. They get a physical version of the webcomic. And I'm like, what's going on here? I'm really confused. Why is there a guy talking? And then I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what's happening here. Maybe reality shifted. And I just didn't know.
Maybe there's a quantum shift.
I have no fucking idea.
Existing in one reality, and
no one ever says
another?
because usually when someone's transgender, they usually mention it at some point. Like, it's not a big deal. They don't fucking care. You can be whatever you want to be. If anything, that makes her a more interesting person. Him, whoever. Gender-based pronouns are hard. But like, it just really confused me. I'm like, it's a guy, and there are times when, like, in the website, it's referred to as Dave Shabbat. And I remember seeing guest comics that this person had drawn, same style, for other people. And it's a guy in the draw, like, he drew himself in the comic, like, author insert, you know. And I'm like, what's going on here? I'm really, really confused. I don't understand it. I'm really confused, but I'm gonna make the changes. So yeah, sorry, Dave or Allison, whoever you are, amazing artist. I got your gender wrong. I'm really confused.
It's okay, buddy.
It's just it just really, like, when I found out, I'm like, that doesn't make. I saw the video. It was it really confused me. I had no idea. It made no sense. That's it. Parallel panels will come back, and I'll make that correction. And I apologize to whoever Shabbat that draws and writes Dead Winter. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Animatic Monster Project podcast out. Keep it monsters, folks.
Peace.
Demon tied to a chair in my brain.